Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm going to talk about a composite chart aspect. I haven't talked about a composite chart aspect in a little while. This one was requested, and I can see why. So today we're going to talk about the moon conjunct with Pluto in the composite chart. So what is the composite chart? The composite chart is a separate chart. It's not the synastry chart comparing the two charts in a relationship. It's actually a separate chart made by the midpoints of the chart. So it really shows who the couple is as a separate entity, the type of energy that the relationship brings out in them. And then there's another chart called the Davison chart, which is about equal, I think, to the composite chart. I look at both, and that one is made by the midpoint of the two birth dates themselves. So when this aspect is coming through in either the composite or the Davison chart, it shows that this relationship will have a profound emotional effect on both people. There is something about this relationship that will radically change them on a deep level. And this doesn't have to be just for romantic relationships either. This can show up in the composite chart of someone who just changes your life in a huge way. Whether positive or negative depends on the rest of what is going on, but this is one unforgettable relationship. If you love each other, you will love each other passionately, intensely, and deeply. And if you hate each other, you will hate each other with that same intensity. So there's not a lot of neutrality when we have this aspect with someone in the composite chart. It's very, very hard to be neutral with this type of person. This person can make you feel completely insane. The level of intensity that is brought up in the people can make them act completely crazy, depending on what else is going on and the nature of the relationship. But there's a potential for this aspect to be showing up in a relationship where you're very triggered by this person, like triggered in a big way. Now, the transformation that this aspect can bring can be beneficial. It just is definitely very intense. Now, I've seen it show up. So I have the moon square to Pluto in my natal chart, and I've seen this aspect happen in the composite chart for me when the other person has also had moon square to Pluto. So, if the person already has a natal moon Pluto aspect, and then you get together with another moon Pluto person, and then this gets born in your composite chart, it probably will feel more normal, not comfortable, but you kind of know what you're dealing with if you already have moon Pluto in the natal aspect. And I guess just by the mathematics that sometimes happens is sometimes when we have a natal aspect, and then so does the other person, when you get the composite chart, it's there. So it's like saying you can't escape this lesson. You have to deal with your natal moon Pluto issue with this person. So a lot of healing can happen and a lot of growth. Like I said, with moon Pluto, it's usually more an emotional growth, emotional healing that can happen. Whereas, sun Pluto, it's more like the identity is changed, or the ego. But with moon Pluto, it's like something on a very deep emotional level is stirred and brought to the surface, and this relationship, it makes you like a ticking time bomb, and all that emotional sludge and pain and attachment, like whatever you're really plutonic about. So look at your natal Pluto. That's what is brought up here. So this is a very significant connection. in a romantic relationship, when you have this, you can feel like you have met your soulmate, your other half, because with the conjunction, emotionally, you actually are very similar. And like, because they're the moon and Pluto are conjunct, it's like the way that you blend, the way that you create this composite chart, you create this new separate energy as a relationship, is a very emotionally bonded one. So it can definitely feel like soulmates, it can feel like fate. There can be so much love, like you could just cry because it's just like nothing you've ever felt before. Now, with other difficult aspects going on, this could be dangerous, this could be obsessive. If we're enemies, we're just obsessed with how we're enemies and we just cannot let this person go. I only have one enemy, and I don't even really hate him, but there's just one person who has been very difficult person in my life, and it's not a romantic relationship, but we have this conjunction in both the composite and Davison charts, and this person has been torturing my life. And I mean, I know the charts, he doesn't, so I'm at a benefit here, but this aspect, so it can show up in enemies as well. It can show up in a relationship that is toxic and you just can't let it go. You cannot stop fighting each other. There's something about this person that triggers you like no other. And it's interesting. Like, I don't know, I've had this weird dream with this person before that, deep down we actually just like really love each other, and it's like this powerful love turned to hate thing. And I don't know about that. I don't know, sometimes I feel like in my dreams I connect with people like the astral level. It's more true, or maybe it's not, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. And then another time I've had this aspect with a mentor that I was very obsessed with, that ended up actually helping me a lot, and changing my life in a big major way, though. I started to really do some different things in my business that ended up really doing well and creating a lot of massive change. So I haven't actually had this in a romantic relationship that I can think of off the top of my head. So that's why I mentioned, you can have it in other types of relationships. And regardless of the type of relationship that it is, this is a relationship that changes your life. And whether it's negative changes or positive changes depends on the rest of what is going on here. But it's definitely a soulmate bond that has come to revolutionize your life and transform you on a very deep emotional level. And they could also be helping you look at childhood wounds, and there can also be like a telepathic bond. Like with all Moon Pluto aspects in the composite chart, we feel like we can really know what the other's feeling emotionally. Like we can really psychically tune into them. With the conjunction, it's like without even trying, it's just, you just know what that person is feeling, whether you like it or not. And yeah, but it could actually be a really good aspect to have in a romantic relationship, not for the faint of heart, but for, scorpionic, plutonic types. This is like a love of a lifetime energy. This is it. Like, this is the most emotionally intimate you could get. And there can be a powerful attraction and fascination with each other, and you can't let them go. There's just something about them, you just can't let them go. So that's when you need to learn some type of cord cutting. If it does end up being toxic, cord cutting is a really good idea to release your energy from theirs, because this is the kind of aspect that their energy is really mixed up with yours, and it does not release until the lesson is learned, and that lesson could take years or lifetimes. So it's heavy, but it could also be very emotionally healing and good because, you know, we're bringing up these deeper things that there is no other person on this planet that can bring those things up for you besides this Moon Pluto conjunct in the composite chart person. And as a couple, you could be very powerful. You could actually, sometimes with the composite chart aspects too, it's like other people see that. So like if you're a couple that has this conjunction in your composite chart, it's like other people see you as this very emotionally intense and bonded power couple. So yeah, what else? Yeah, really interesting aspect. Not surprised it was requested because this is an obsessive one. I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. How was it for you? Let me know in the comments. And I'm doing requests. Let me know your requests. Trying to do them all. So yay, so fun. Love to make videos for you guys. And I do offer one-on-one sessions. I do relationship chart readings, and I do natal chart readings as well. My links are below. Okay, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.